Here is what my current advent of code board looks like, which is, yeah, I'm missing days 19 and 20, and I'm going to pile through that real fast. But first, what I wanted to do was talk really quickly about the diff between day 18, 18 alpha and 18 bravo, which I didn't do on stream. I realized I needed to go to bed. I had a perfect idea for how to do it. And then the moment I stopped off the stream, I was like, you know what? Actually, this would take me 5 to 10 minutes, and I did it. So this is what that looks like. Let's see. My instinctive love of typing ls at the start of anything bites me. Okay, so
anyway,
let's see. Get diff. Okay, so what I wound up doing for part B was essentially saying instead of the player having one coordinate, the player has 4 possible coordinates. And depending upon which key we're trying to pick up, then we use the player in that quadrant to pick it up. And I did the center of board replacement, basically the most straightforward way you could. And it actually winds up being pretty straightforward because, if not part B, then just always use the 0th player, but otherwise use the quadrant appropriate one. Every other bit of this code stays the exact same, aside from needing a function to compute the quadrant. And yeah, it just works. Go run day 18, part B equals true. In fact, it runs significantly faster than my part A solution. My part A solution took 90 seconds to run. This literally takes 10, 15 seconds to run. So I consider that to be pretty good. I think where I got lucky here was definitely that I architected it correctly, such that I was, keeping track of the player's location, such that I could easily, and choosing which key to go to next, rather than building super complex paths between things. So that is my part B of day 18. So with that, we're going to go ahead and dive into day number 19. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. So we have, we got the tractor technology. We need int code to deploy a drone and determine whether it's being pulled. Being stationary or being pulled by something. So we can construct a picture. Great. Okay, so X and Y, 0 through 49. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and attack that. So I'm going to get my puzzle input, and I'm going to feed that in. Input, day number 19, input. All right, and then let's see, day 16 was my last int code program, or day 17. Yeah, day 17 looks about right. So
basically just hoping that we keep getting on her.
Day 19.go. Okay, replace 17 with 19, and I still need coordinates. I still need to be able to copy this. And how do I feed the input into this? Let's see. To feed the input in, I need to scan. It has 2 distinct input numbers. Great. So we'll do that real fast. And it outputs a 0 or a 1. Okay, so this is actually pretty straightforward. So we just need to do this. Oops. I hate this njustify key. It annoys the crud out of me. Okay. So we're just going to do this and blow everything else away. Great. All right. So we need to repeatedly instantiate the program. For y0, y is less than 50, y plus plus. Okay. So we copy it. We need to have this instantiated outside, and we need to do something like this. Make chan int with a buffer1, and then feed input the value x and then the value y. Yes, feed the value x and then feed the value y. And then we need to read the output. Okay. There may be a minor parallelism thing here. I'm just going to allow this to have a buffer of up to 2. That way I don't run into weird blocking things. Okay. If output is 1, then actually there's a better way to handle this. Correctly handle this is view chord xy equals that. Okay. Actually, no, because we this will falsely cause this. We actually want to only set it on the true values. Okay, points affected. Fine. Okay. So let's run it real fast. Oh. And no strconv strings. So go ahead and give that a pass. It gives me the answer 166, which we dutifully feed into here. Great. Continue to part 2. % to ship fits in 100 by 100 square. Find the 100 by 100 square. Okay. Great. That's straightforward enough. So in order to compute part B, what we essentially need to do is we need to compute something like this. Okay, let's do it this way instead. Okay. So okay. So let's do this to separate into part A and part B. Yeah, I think that should do it. Oh, and I need to pass the tape. Okay. Oh. Int code.tape. All right, and we also are going to need, okay, that still returns the correct result. Great. So we're going to need to now Let's do this. Okay. Actually, I don't need to do this now. That will just naturally take care of itself. Okay. So now I can iteratively compute this. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay, that still is correct. So now all right. Okay. So let's try doing something like this. I need to find a square that's 100 by 100, and I need to start from the new points. Okay. Let's see. Something like this. And then I'm just going to print okay, xy, x times 1,000 plus y, I think should do it. Let's check it. No, 10,000. Okay. Oh, well, that makes that simple. That means that this has to be that tells me that this has to be a y coordinate of less than or equal to 10,000. So I can have up to, yeah, okay. So let's just compute this really fast. So we have 10,000. That is only 100 million different squares. That's not too bad. Okay. So in fact, I'm not necessarily going to do this iteratively. But okay. I can parallelize this now though. So let's go ahead and parallelize real fast. Okay, we need sync. Okay. Okay. see, is that what it's called? Okay. So sync package says it is .wait. Okay, cool. And we need a new text. Okay. So inside of here, we just need something like that should do a trick. Okay, I think that should do it. Great. So okay. So I'm actually, now that I know that there's an upper bound on this, I don't need to kind of iteratively progress through it. Okay. Map from core to bool. So what I effectively want to do is I want to assemble squares. Yeah, the problem here is not computing the individual view. It's trying to find and expand the squares that I have. Okay. So actually what I'm going to do is just going to compute compute points this way. And then finally, I'm going to do this. Closest to the emitter. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So I think that should do it. So all right. All right. So if size is 1, then this is simple. Return all n. And that's simple. And then I used this trick yesterday. We needed the sort.slice. Yeah, something like that. Okay. 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 What? Okay. Do it. All right. Okay. Otherwise, we need to iterate. So how do I do that? Let's see. So we need decompose okay, let's define that. Oops. What did I do wrong here? Okay. Actually, I'm not going to bother with that. Okay. Okay. So all right. The problem is this doesn't catch things that start at odd offsets. What? Who doesn't have CPU to spare? Oh, whoops. Need to do that, and then, all right. Okay. Actually, no, this doesn't need to be sorted. does not need to be sorted. Yeah, no, this sorting I don't need to do. This is just... All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see this. All right. See this. So all right. Let's see this. So what I'm going to have here, if I draw in ASCII art, is and then to draw in ASCII art. Actually, this is just this pattern repeated a few times. Okay. 3, 4. So something like that. And then... Yo, dog. Oh my goodness. Did you know that pizza delivery drivers are very, very evil? Oh my god, this dog. This dog is sometimes the worst. The worst. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then... Okay. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay, so I have something that looks like this, and then... Let's see. So I think I may wind up having to compute these by hand. Okay, so Let's see. Okay. All right. All right. Then yep. And we also need let's see this. Finally, we need to deal with this little problem. If correct. No, that still is needed. That is view. Okay. See, that should work. Finally, here we need to do. Oh, whoops. This should be. Okay. Okay. Is that likely to be copyright?
Probably not.
Okay. Well, hopefully YouTube's audio matching does not get me banned, because that would suck. I'll be relatively willing to bet that this is just, especially if I angle it that way, hopefully it's not that audible. Then we need here. That. Okay, I think I believe this. Yeah. That seems to make sense. That once we get beyond either of these, then I have to go individual one by one. Okay. Yeah. 966. What did I do wrong? Okay. Oh. There we go. Oh. This is find squares. This is find squares. Okay. Oh. Okay, all of that is wrong. Oh, now I no longer need to sort it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and finally, over here, if I was successful, then if I successfully get through this gauntlet, I think that's this gauntlet here, yep, then I can set that true. Okay. Now I no longer need the sort package. Let's just make sure that I'm getting through this generation first. Oh, no, I don't need this either. So we'll just do this. Okay. Let's make sure that works. You know what? Let's just really quickly print this out so I can look at the shape, so I can figure out whether there's an obvious shape going on here. Let's just have a look at this to make sure that it's not doing something obviously weird. Let's just see what the pattern looks like, because I might be overlooking something. So, whoa, that's not right. Okay, this is, this actually looks like a pattern that is much more numerical than I anticipated. So it's not a completely random, we don't have to do a completely random search. So in fact, yeah, it's probably, question is, it's shifting 2 every time, but it's also on the right-hand side shifting 3 every time. Okay. No, but here it shifts by 3, so that's clearly not that's clearly not what it's meant to be. So how is this? Okay. So let me just check this. So it is definitely showing. I'm really curious. Why does this look like this? Oh, I see, because I have an area of effect at the start of the ship, I guess, and then split 2. Okay. Instead of printing it this way, let's try printing it this way. Okay. Okay, and finally, okay, let's try that. Oh, whoops. All right, so now row 0 started 0, ended 1. Row 1, nothing. Row 2, yep, okay. Wait. No, there really is nothing. Oh, in the 50 space. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So I know then. Let's try. What do I know the ratio roughly is? Each row starts at least at okay, so the pattern starts at initially double plus 1, and then it goes to double plus 2 at 20. But okay, still I can work with this. So Oh, whoops. That's not right. I need to be going by y then by x. Oops. Okay. That's my bad. All right. Just comment that out for now. Why is this not working? Oh, whoops. Going to compute the first 100 rows, and let's do the first. Let's do something like that. Does that work? Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay, so I know for a given row, I can guess that if if x times 2 no, if x times 3 is less than y, then it's never going to. Yeah. Okay, I'm guessing that looks like an approximately good heuristic is x times 3 or if y times 3 is less than x, we know to not bother. Okay, does that work? Yeah, I think that works. And then conversely, y times 2. That's where I was getting the times 2 from. Oh, that's just what this pattern is. Okay. I suspect I will find if I disassemble it. So let's make sure that agrees. Oops. Does that work? That works. Let's see. So x coordinate times 2. So if this were 21 here, then oh, that's funny. Okay. So if x times 2, or sorry, y times 2, sorry, this is the x coordinate. So if x is 21 and it's greater than y, okay. and the does that yield the same result of 166? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's probably the formula. Let's just compare it real fast. Okay. Okay, so let's just make sure. All right, we'll do it this way. Okay. Great, that's fine. Oh, in that case, I don't even need a map. Yeah, okay. So we'll just do this real fast. All right. Now I understand, A9, why you said this was the slow approach. Okay. So instead of doing it this way, let's do it this way. Okay. Okay. All right, let's do it this way then. All right. I don't know why I'm doing it this way, but it's fine. Just cross-checking to make sure that this is correct. So now I can check this. Okay. Oh, I don't need to pass the tape because I know what it is. Okay. Don't need this. Okay. Uh-oh. So we have a problem here. What did I get wrong here? So let's see this. So earlier we were looking at values that looked something like this. So, okay. So I multiply y by 3, or say when I multiply x by 2, oh, that should be less than or equal to, is that the problem? No, there's something else more subtle going on here. I have an off by 1 somewhere. Okay, so how can I conceptualize this? Honestly, this might be an occasion for reverse engineering the program. Let's see. So if I multiply it by 3, that's pretty consistent. Yeah, I'm just multiplying by 3. Oh, except for there's a variance. Why is there a variance right there? Why is it doing that? Okay, there's a very weird wobble to this. I don't know how to explain it. It's fascinating. If I subtract 1 from it and multiply by 3, does that do it? Basically, I want to short circuit running it where it is clearly never going to activate. Okay. So maybe I can't do it that way. Okay. That's really frustrating. I was hoping there was going to be a better answer to that. It's a little disappointing. Okay. Fine. Fine. All right, so clearly, if I take the x coordinate and multiply it by 4, that should always, oh, maybe it's false if this here is mystifying to me. I don't understand why that's happening. Was it originally happening when I looked at this? Let's see this. Yeah. That's so weird. That's so weird. Okay. Okay, well, clearly, if I multiply the coordinate by 4, it's less than y, then that clearly should never be true. Is that indeed never true? This is a factor of 3 here. This is not a factor of 3. I don't know whether to believe that. Really don't like this. You know what? Let's try to avoid being too clever for now. Okay. That was an interesting diversion, but I think yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and I guess the better approach here would almost to be kind of to now, since I know that for every row it's contiguous. Yeah, okay. I think I have a better understanding of how to do this. Okay. Fine. So let's actually, this is starting from 0 anyways, so let's just not even bother with that. Let's optimize it this way. Okay. Okay. So instead of throwing CPU at this, why don't we do it this way? Let's not do this in parallel. So we want to essentially do the binary search. So let's abstract this. Okay. Let's do it this way. Don't need this, and okay. Where's my ghost? Oh, I don't need a ghost statement anymore. Okay, so now all right. All right. Okay. This is almost better expressed in a different format then. I see. Topaz is a very bad man indeed. So we can still have coordinates, but what we actually need is okay. All right. And yeah, okay, this feels like a better primitive to work with. Okay. All right, so all right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, all the refactoring. Okay. So let's do it this way. So I need to, challenge is, how do I know that I haven't gone too far? Am I guaranteed to have something along the center line? I think I am. guaranteed to have something along the center line. This seems to more or less reasonably go along the center line of... Is there something that's always going to be in the middle of it? This one has a midpoint of like 7. This one has a midpoint of 6. I kind of want to call this on a really large number just to check it. God, Eric, you bastard. Have to say, Eric, you bastard. Okay. So... This has the midpoint is like 14, 15, 16. Okay, well, I certainly don't think it's going to increase past 1 for 1, but we'll explicitly check that case. Okay. So let's see this. Okay, so start at the halfway point. So we need to essentially kind of find a pixel that's lit up. We just need to find any pixel that's lit up. And then we need to traverse to the left and right to find the boundary. Okay. That makes better sense to me. So let's see this. How do I do that? I guess. How do I do this? Let's go back and look at a graphical example because I kind of want to stare at this. Okay. So I feel like I may be needlessly overcomplicating this, but we'll see. So if the light wasn't on halfway, then we suspect that we need to let's do something we're reasonably sure is going to do the correct thing. right? Like, arg. I know what I want to do in my head, but I'm just having trouble translating it into code. Oh well, here's a very simple starting point. Let's just start for now that walking from, yeah, okay. You know what? I think this is better. Often from the right, we have our edges when we first strike from the left. Okay. Okay. That feels cleaner to me. That feels better. All right. Okay. I think that's much better. Okay. Cool. Just rerunning that. It's going to fail, of course. Can still compute these in parallel now, though. So let's use that as my unit of parallelism because I think it works better. Okay. And the good news is now axes to each element in the vector are going to be independent, so I don't need to worry about mutex locking. So okay, don't need to do equals false. Okay. Now, where is this? Oh. This then returns size is 1. Step needs to still be 1, and then I don't need this base case. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to worry about this for now. I'm going to just turn here, and then I just need to do something here. Yeah, in fact, now I don't need this actually. Yeah, how do I do this? Okay, let's just wipe this out for now. I can take a different approach now that I have ranges. Okay, so that still is correct. We're just going to do this for now. Okay. What else did I discover up here? View of Y. Start and end. Oh, I see. No, this is fine. Oh. That still needs the original tape. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see whether that's any better. What's going on here? Oh, right. I need to return a value. Great. Okay, so that should clearly be terminating. The fact that it's not terminating is obviously a problem. So what's happening here? Whoa, that's clearly incorrect. Why is that not working? That's all over the map. Oh, because I shouldn't be doing that yet until I'm confident in it. But why is that not working? Why is y incrementing forever? Did I fail to do my variable capture correctly? Is this the problem? That's much better. Okay, so I failed to do variable capture correctly. Number of dimensions. Y is less than number of dimensions. Oh, there we go. That should never fail. Oh, because that's wrong. Oh, variable scoping and capture. Why are you? So this is y is 0. Y is less than number of dimensions. Y plus plus. Add to the work group. Okay, so I'm pretty sure. Oh, here. That's my problem. Okay. So let's find out what's happening here now. How many of these am I standing up? Yeah, okay, so I'm only standing up 50 of them. That should be fine. So the problem is now that these are not returning. So I start from x equals 0. So the output should be 1 if it's on. Okay. Okay, so it's finding these ranges just fine, actually. So yeah, that actually should be okay. Okay, so that should be correct. Why is it not finishing? Oh, it's because some have no value. Okay, I see. Right, that's my problem now. And we know that this is not valid. Okay. Should do it. Cool. All right, let's try that. Okay, that yields a result of 105, which is wrong. Because it should be 166. So what's gone wrong here? Let's put back this print. So let's print these. Wait, what? Okay, so these ones are clearly working correctly. Yeah, that's interesting. So what's happened here? Oh, I see. The invalid flag is not being set here. There we go. Let's try that. So that yields 121, which is closer but incorrect. Does that do it? Oh, there's my problem. There's my problem. Let's try that now. So find 0, 0. Scroll back up and see what I should be expecting. No, it's gone. That's disappointing. Okay, so now I'm finding the bounds fine for most of these. Wait, no, I'm not. That's odd. So I'm squeezing inwards until I find the first point for which it's failed. Oh, I see the problem. Yeah, that should be correct. Why is this not working correctly? Huh. I feel really frustrated with this. Let's make it print each scenario that it's checking. Okay. What happens if x equals 0 and it's on right away? In that case, that's going to return false. It's going to not wind up incrementing. But ly is 0 on the first row. Okay, but that's fine. That's correct. Huh. Just spot check this really quickly. And print it, do this again. Oh, whoops. No, that's just might have my X's and Y's mixed up. Okay, well, let's try this just to make sure that my logic is not mixed up. I think I just have an axis problem is what I have. So let's just check it. Let's try that. Okay, so let's check it. Oh, no, that is correct. Okay, so the first 1, 2, 3, 4, there's a gap of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. And then from 0, 1, 2 to 2, yep. And there's a gap. Okay, so my code is actually correct. I just misremembered. And then 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6. Yeah. Okay, this is actually correct. This is actually correct to begin with. Okay. Lovely. So in that case, why do I get different results
Unfortunately, the vessel is downstairs.
out of this?
Oh, I didn't look. I did.
What about the first?
Did
you receive an email?
So that's correct.
don't ever write to her.
I mean, she can't read, so.
Yeah, we could read it to her.
But she also can't understand language.
Just be like, you're flirting. You're a good dog. Love.
Yeah,
Where is such a good dog?
It really is.
that should be
Because
correct.
anyway, that's what we're gonna let. And then maybe smear a little peanut butter on it and then feed it to her.
Remember the post with the mailman who has the thing that just says mail for Pippa?
Why is
A
this?
postie.
Yeah.
This was the
Oh.
requested. I don't know why it had
Oh.
warnings on it.
Probably not looking.
I don't think that's true.
What if it does?
I mean, what
I
did
see a
they
problem.
for?
I think a bunch of lithium just fucking flies out and it's all ionized.
There. That's my problem.
That'd be bad.
I forgot that they are inclusive ranges.
And then I go to Coachella.
There we go, 166. Okay. Now that explains a lot. Great.
I went out of my way to not order these from Amazon. Nice.
Okay. So,
Learn them directly from the
yep.
manufacturer.
now I
Small
can delete
businesses like
this.
Pose.
Harmon.
What can I delete? I need to delete my printf.
I've been licked by a dog.
Okay.
Ruby.
There's like tilt ears. What did happen?
Okay. Oh, there. It's the print line of the. Okay. Okay. So now I have this working again. So now let's go ahead and go on to part B. So let's see. How long is it going to take to compute this?
Oh. I sleep.
So let's just make sure this completes in a reasonable length of time. Oh. Should be reasonably parallelized. I'm just going to. I'm not exhausting memory. I am spinning a bunch of CPU cycles, but that's fine. Oh, wait a second. I know a better answer to this. Haha, okay, I feel slightly smarter now. Let's not parallelize this. Yeah, okay. Do not parallelize this because we know that the bounds can shift from the previous previous row, but we don't have to recheck from the ends. We don't have to recheck from the ends. Okay. Great. Okay. So now I kind of have a mental picture for myself of how to do this. Is that correct?
Oh no, it is.
Okay. So. Okay. So let's define an invalid row to start with. Okay, yeah. That feels much better. Okay. This feels better. So at any point, these are shifting by at most. Yeah, they're continuously shifting by at most one. Okay. Great. So, yeah, I like this. Okay. start from 0 always, but if last was valid, then x instead is last dot x minus 1. Okay, so now that's correct. If y is greater than 1, instead, last is, I can't believe I missed this before. Last is u of minus 1. Okay.
Maybe it was the last name Frost was in the scene.
Was it you?
No.
Okay.
Apparently their name starts with a J.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah. Their app is J.
If last valid, instead we can check
Girls. They're
last and
Nothing.
plus 2.
like,
Okay.
it's just so as we need.
Same.
Yeah. They're less
True. It's one of the things I'm best known for.
Is that true?
Okay.
Yeah. I would never say that.
Now I don't need sync anymore because I'm introducing a time dependence, but that's fine.
And R. What?
What?
What am I doing?
These are invalid.
That doesn't sound like me.
Okay.
This dog has never been pet before in her life.
It's so sad.
Why is your... Can you believe that this dog has never been pet before?
Yeah, I can believe that. She lives with really mean moms who never pet her.
How about taking you to Andrew Yang? No. Well,
Okay. That seems to do better.
There are so many Yanks.
Let's try that. Okay, that yields 166. Now I can print as I go just to make sure the speed is acceptable. Okay, so let's see how quickly that's going to. Okay, good. That completes reasonably quickly, so I found the computational trick. Good. Now, we need to fix my square finding mechanism. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's fix the square finding mechanism. Okay, now this dramatically simplifies now that I know the shape of this problem. So if
It was ineffective.
It was, you're right.
okay.
It was all of these things.
Okay, now this makes sense. So let's just double check the math. So I need a 2 by 2 square. Then I need, yep, okay. the sizes always increase, but let's see. See, if I need 100 stars, then it means that I need to go from 0 to 99. Something like that should do the trick. Okay, so this just needs to turn a chord. That's the y coordinate, and then the x coordinate is going to be this. Okay. Something like that should work. This is inclusive. Oh.
RQ, like in real life.
Whoa, weird.
3. Oh. Now I just need this. I don't need maths anymore. Okay, I feel better about my solution to this. I just did this completely wrong to start with, and it shows.
Can't believe you went in there. You know, wash your hands. Now how you doing?
Not this anymore.
What?
Okay.
Squish. Squish.
Wait. I guess in theory I could serialize and save this, but on the other hand, I don't really care, so it's fine. Okay. I think that might be correct, so let's try feeding this in. Let's see whether it's correct. I think it's wrong. That value seems too low. Yeah, it's too high, which is interesting.
Discord.
The points x coordinate multiplied by 10,000,
That guy feels
and
bad.
then add the points y coordinate. Okay. Hmm.
You know what? Fucking P.
So why is that too high?
What?
Top tier fan art.
Oh,
Why?
I see no problem. Yep, yep. There's my problem. Okay, I think that is now correct. Gold star. Okay, great. I'm going to take this opportunity to go and get some dinner, so I will see folks in a little bit, and we'll go tackle day number 20 together. Thanks for watching, folks. See you later.